Have you ever tried to relax, but your mind kept pulling you into another problem? You finish one thought, and before you can breathe, another one appears. You replay conversations, imagine worst-case scenarios, and question decisions you already made. From the outside, you may look calm, normal, and in control. But inside, your mind feels busy, loud, and impossible to turn off. Overthinking does not always feel dramatic at first. Sometimes, it feels like being responsible. You tell yourself, "I'm just being careful. I'm just trying to prepare." But slowly, thinking becomes circling, preparing becomes worrying, and reflection becomes mental exhaustion. Welcome to Calm Mind Habits, where small daily habits help your mind feel calmer. Today, we'll look at 7 daily habits that stop overthinking before it takes over. Not by forcing every thought to disappear, but by training your mind to return to calm. Because peace is not built in one perfect moment. It is practiced in small daily choices. The first habit is learning to notice the overthinking loop before it becomes too strong. Most people do not realize they are overthinking until they already feel overwhelmed. By then, the thought has repeated so many times that it starts to feel true. A small worry becomes a story. A story becomes a fear. A fear becomes stress. So, your first job is not to solve everything. Your first job is to notice. Notice when your mind asks the same question again and again without finding peace. Notice when you keep checking, replaying, predicting, or imagining what could go wrong. Notice when your body feels tense, even though nothing dangerous is happening right now. This moment of noticing is powerful because it creates a small space inside your mind. Instead of becoming the thought, you begin to observe the thought. You can gently say, "This is overthinking. My mind is trying to protect me." That sentence helps you stop blaming yourself for having a busy mind. Overthinking is often your brain's attempt to keep you safe from uncertainty. But just because your mind is trying to protect you does not mean every thought is useful. When you notice the loop early, you give yourself a chance to choose differently. The second habit is simple, but powerful. Write the thought down before it grows. Overthinking becomes stronger when every worry stays trapped inside your head. Inside the mind, a small problem can feel huge, urgent, and impossible to understand. But when you write it down, the thought becomes something you can look at. You do not need a perfect journal, a beautiful notebook, or long sentences. You only need a few honest lines that help your brain unload the pressure. Start with one question. What am I actually worried about right now? Then ask, is this happening now? Or am I imagining a future possibility? Finally ask, is there one small thing I can do today? These questions help your mind move from endless spinning to gentle clarity. Writing does not magically solve every problem, but it changes your relationship with the problem. The thought no longer fills your entire mind. It sits on the page, and once it is on the page, you can see it with more distance. Sometimes, you will realize the worry is smaller than it felt inside your head. Sometimes, you will realize you need one action, not 100 more thoughts. And sometimes, writing simply tells your nervous system, I do not have to hold everything. The third habit is to ask one grounding question when your mind starts running away. That question is, what is actually happening right now? Overthinking usually pulls you away from the present moment. It takes you into yesterday's regret, tomorrow's fear, or someone else's possible opinion. Your body is here, but your mind is somewhere else, fighting imagined problems. The grounding question brings your attention back to what is real in this moment. Ask yourself, what facts do I actually have right now? Not assumptions, not predictions, not fears, just facts. Maybe the fact is, I sent the message, and they have not replied yet. The story might be, they are upset with me. I did something wrong. But the fact and the story are not the same thing. When you separate facts from stories, your mind becomes less trapped by fear. This does not mean you ignore problems or pretend everything is fine. It means you stop treating every imagined outcome like it is already happening. The present moment is often much lighter than the movie your mind is creating. The fourth habit is to take one small action instead of trying to solve everything. Overthinking often grows when your mind feels powerless. You think more because you want control, certainty, and the perfect answer. But the more you search for perfect certainty, the more stuck you can become. A small action breaks the loop because it gives your brain a real signal. It says, I am not trapped. I can do one thing. That one thing does not need to be big or impressive. It can be sending a short message, writing one task, or cleaning one small area. It can be opening the document, walking for 5 minutes, or drinking a glass of water. The goal is not to fix your whole life in one moment. The goal is to move from mental spinning into physical reality. Overthinking asks, what if this goes wrong? Action asks, what can I do next? That shift is important because your mind calms down when it sees movement. One small action gives your brain evidence that you are capable, and sometimes that tiny evidence is enough to weaken the overthinking loop. The fifth habit is to give your worries a time limit. Many people try to stop worrying completely, but that can create more pressure. The mind does not always respond well when you tell it, do not think. Instead, try giving your worries a clear container. Choose a short worry window, maybe 10 minutes in the afternoon or early evening. During that time, you can write worries, think through problems, or plan practical steps. But outside that window, gently remind yourself, I will think about this later. This habit teaches your brain that worry is allowed, but it is not in charge. You are not rejecting your thoughts. You are giving them boundaries. Without boundaries, overthinking can spread into your work, meals, rest, and relationships. With boundaries, your mind learns that not every worry deserves the whole day. At first, your brain may still bring the worry back again and again. That does not mean the habit is failing. It means your mind is learning. Each time you return the worry to its window, you strengthen your calm. The sixth habit is to calm your body before arguing with your mind. When overthinking is strong, logic alone may not be enough. You can tell yourself, stop worrying. But your body may still feel unsafe. Your shoulders tighten. Your jaw locks. Your breathing becomes shallow. And when the body feels tense, the mind searches for reasons to stay alert. So before you debate the thought, send your body a signal of safety. Take a slow breath in, then make your exhale longer than your inhale. Relax your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Feel your feet touching the ground. Look around and name a few ordinary things you can see. A chair, a wall, a cup, a window, a small piece of light. This sounds simple, but it tells your nervous system, I am here, I am safe. When your body softens, your thoughts often lose some of their intensity. A calmer body does not erase every problem, but it makes your mind less reactive. The seventh habit is to end the day with a simple mental reset. Overthinking often becomes louder at night because the mind has unfinished emotional tabs open. It remembers what you forgot, what you regret, and what you still need to handle. So give your brain a closing routine before the day ends. Write down one thing you completed today, even if it was small. Then write one thing you can safely leave for tomorrow. Finally, write one thing that gave you a little comfort, gratitude, or relief. This practice teaches your mind that the day does not need to stay open forever. You are allowed to close the mental door, even when life is not perfect. You are allowed to rest before every question has a final answer. A mental reset is not about pretending everything is solved. It is about reminding your brain, for today, this is enough. Overthinking does not take over all at once. It takes over through small, repeated loops. But calm can also return through small, repeated habits. Notice the loop. Write the thought down. Ask what is actually happening now. Take one small action. Give worry a boundary. Calm your body. Reset your day. You do not need to control every thought to have a calmer mind. You only need to practice returning to yourself, one small moment at a time. A calm mind is not built by forcing every thought to disappear. It is built by practicing small habits that stop overthinking before it takes over.